I just realized my mic wasn't even in shot. Hello, hello. I'll let things file in here. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness. Hello, hello. This is fun. All right. Let me see if I can figure this out. I made a Discord last stream, at the end of last stream, which I'm trying to figure out how I did things. I think, hold on. Watch this. Watch this. Oh wait, dude, you can change stuff. You know, you learn more about Discord every day. I feel like it's the more you use things, the more you learn about it, you know? Obviously. I feel like that's just kind of how that goes. How is everyone's day been? Hopefully good. Hopefully good. Golly. What in the world? Oh, there's like a whole thing. Oh my goodness. Wait, how do I... Look, I'm trying to figure stuff out here. This is the fun time of me trying to figure stuff out. What in the world? Look, Discord's one of those things that I have yet to figure out how to actually do it. I've used it with my friends before as just like a mode of conversation. Just trying to get things going that way. But I normally just join Discords. I don't create them. Maybe I do this. Maybe I do this. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so I copy this, and I'm going to put this in here in case anyone wants to use it. Feel free, come join the party. You can see it on the screen. Come join the party. Now that we got that sorted, can I do other things? Learning the Discord space. I feel like I shouldn't be doing this. I feel like this is something I shouldn't be doing. Because I don't know what I'm doing. But that's okay. It's okay. We'll just rock with it. Anyways, now that we got through this, sorry for wasting your first 3 minutes. We are going to be playing I Love You, Colonel Sanders, the dating simulator. I have never played a dating simulator. However, I had one of my viewers the other night recommend that we play that. So here we are. We're going to get into it. We're going to have a good time. And hopefully we get the Colonel. That's what we're looking forward to. So let's hop into it. I'm going to open it. I haven't even opened it yet, so I don't know what to expect. Let's see. That is loud. Look at that specimen. That is a specimen. So Emma was here the other night, but she's here again. What do you think of that? That's the Colonel. A finger licking good dating simulator. I've never played this. I'm very excited. Before we get started, tell us your name. Emma, give me a name.
Bobbert.
My name isn't gonna be Bobbert. If I look, I'm trying to get the Colonel. Okay, this has to be. Oh, what's the lady's name from Popeyes? What's her name? Oh wait, no. I'm gonna be Wendy. I was either gonna do Wendy, because Wendy has chicken. They're known for they have some good chicken, but the Popeyes one would have been good. What other chicken brands are there? I could have been Kane, Raising Cane's. I don't know. We're gonna be Wendy. I'm Wendy. That red-haired hoe. Not really. Did it freeze or is the loading screen still? Oh no. You sleep softly as the morning sun casts a warm glow through the window of your modest student apartment. The world is peaceful and serene. You could stay in the moment forever. Or you could wake up now. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Your first day of culinary school is no time to sleep in. Okay. Smack that clock up and at him. Let's go. Lying in bed, you stare at the ceiling, thinking about everything that awaits you at the prestigious University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Your mind begins to wander. Who will be there? What will you cook? What should you wear? Time begins to fly by, and you find your imagination getting away from you. You need to take this seriously. It's now or never. I'd better make sure to arrive prepared for the first day. Damn straight. I didn't realize I'm right in the up. I didn't realize one click is all it took. One kiss is all it takes. You know what? I'm just gonna move it. You guys can see my desktop. I don't care. Nothing to hide anyway. Sure, that seems appropriate. Am I in the way? No, maybe I'll move it low this way though. Oh, that's not the right thing. There we go. That seems appropriate. There we go. Look at that. Little edits along the way. You bust through your morning checklist. I just said you bust. That's it. Teeth equals brush. Hair combed. Pits deodorized. Nothing can stop you now. You confidently grab a biscuit, strut out the door, and head off to class. Hell yeah. Just what you needed to get your blood flowing. Standing in the quad, you gaze upon the magnificent University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning. Wow, look at that. Look at this tree. How nice. Here comes your lifelong best friend forever, Miriam. She's the most adorably awkward person you've ever met, and you absolutely love her for it. Give her voice. Good morning, Wendy. Are you excited for the first day of the rest of our lives? Actually, because I sure am excited, a little nervous. Okay, a lot nervous. It's just that this morning, I made breakfast for myself, but, well, when I ate it, I couldn't taste any love in the food. What if I'm no good? What if I fail? Look at that face. You don't want her to fail. Come on now. Classic Miriam. Raised by Master Chef parents, she's always held herself to a very high standard. Ever since we were little oh, sorry. This is inner monologue still. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from wait, no, is this an inner monologue? No, it's not. Ever since we were little babies playing together and you rescued me from that quicksand box, it's been clear to me that you're the most loving, caring person I know. You're gonna do great. God, what was her voice? But With University of Cooking School, Academy for Learning's famous 3-day only semesters, 3-day only semesters, I'm afraid of being left behind and never catching up. Sweet girl. Miriam has always had a flair for the dramatic. This summer, she got so nervous about her first kiss that she chipped a tooth practicing on a mannequin. Pep talk your best friend. Let's go. We're gonna pep talk her. Remember last month when we saw that fortune teller and had our tarot cards read? That lady with the mask who gave me nightmares? I've been trying to forget. I know she looked spooky. I don't know. But she was so sweet. And she told you that you were destined for great things. Remember that card with the fancy looking tower? And that other card featuring the handsome fellow in the red suit? I've been waiting so long to meet a handsome fellow I could call my own. Maybe I should give Wendy Valley Girl. We're gonna go to Valley Girl. Wendy, Emma, do you think Wendy is a Valley Girl? What accent do you think Wendy has? Country? I'm sure you will soon. In no time, we'll be graduating, and you'll be delighting the world with your heartfelt cooking in no time at all. As you talk Miriam up, you can feel her nerves begin to ease. You know what? Maybe everything will be okay after all. And if not, at least I have these killer bangs. Yeah, killer. They could kill someone, alright. Can you believe I cut them myself? Yes, I can. Yes, I can. You know, it's not bad. The braids are sick. It's just, this looks a little choppy, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, you can definitely believe it. Yes, I can. Okay. I cannot believe it. Before you can get another word out, you are rudely interrupted when someone smacks your books and custom engraved measuring spoons out of your hands and onto the ground. Why the hell do we have custom engraved measuring? These don't go together. Sorry guys, don't mind my custom engraved measuring spoons. Hey! That's Ashley, I know, but Ashley. Is that, wait. Is this, I know it's Ashley, but it looks like Ashley. Is it Ashley or Ashley? It's Ashley. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil. But you can't help but be no, I'm giving her Valley Girl. I can't. Valley Girl's so appropriate. It's Ashley, your arch rival. She's totally evil, but you can't help but be filled with jealousy. She can get anything she wants, and she knows it. Hello, Ashley. Oh. Oh, I didn't see you there, chicken shins. You leave Wendy's shins alone. They are perfectly normal shins. Ugh, you can't stand Ashley. Even her name is annoying. You know for a fact that it's actually Ashley, but she had to add extra letters to make herself feel better than everyone. Damn, it's like I just had a problem with that or something. If anyone here knows what perfect shins look like, it's us. I mean, she's got legs though. Don't get it twisted now. Don't get it twisted. We're not going to let you or your really weird insults get to us. I forgot. Valley. Gotta remember. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend. Van. Look at Ashley's best friend's name. Just read this. Look, read that. Across the quad, you see Ashley's best friend. Van the man. Has stopped to look at his own reflection in the mirror. His pants are so tight you can see him casually working out his glutes while he styles his hair. No lie, they're rocking glutes. Weird. Van. You rang. Shut up. Why does he look like that? Dude is jacked though. His pants aren't that tight. Y'all kind of were tripping. You've never been sure what their arrangement is, but as long as you've known them, Ashley and Van have just been so close, just as close as you and Miriam, but substantially more devious. They fucking for sure. I can't believe that University of Cooking School Academy for Learning would ever allow people like you to attend as students. I know, right? I know, right? You'd think they'd just hand us our diplomas now. Or maybe hire us as professors. You amateurs could learn a lot from us. With the first day of school about to start, there's just not time to properly tell these two off, so you resist the urge. Let's go, Miriam. Psh, see you later, losers. As you approach the door, you see a goofy-looking kid pushing hard against the window directly next to it.
Oopsie. I think it's broken.
You reach forward and easily pull the door open. That should do the trick.
I love you.
I think you mean thank you?
My name is Pop. I was named after my Pop. He's old.
Could someone like this also be a student of the school? He must be one heck of a chef. Also, his name tag clearly says Bob, but I guess he's reading it upside down. Hi, Pop. I'm Wendy. So, are you gonna make me hold this door all day?
Nope.
And with that, the young man walks into the building ahead of you. Is it just me, or is he kind of cute? I think it's just you. You both shrug your shoulders before following him into the building. You stand at the edge of the room, unsure where to sit. Other students wander in and keep themselves busy chit-chatting. A scruffy-looking pooch takes his place at a podium at the front of class. Adorable. Look at that, it's adorable.
Sprinkles. Now, quiet down, everyone.
Who is this unreasonably cute pup, and why is he in our culinary class? You must be Sprinkles, head instructor and CEO of UCSAL. That's long. Brother, I don't even know where to put my camera at this point. We're just gonna rock with it right here. I'm right in the middle of all this stuff. Maybe top right corner, but then I'm gonna get in someone's face. You can see her, she's right there.
Please call me Professor Dog. I may be cute and little and fluffy, but I still demand respect. Woof.
What? A cute dog is our professor? This is the best school ever. I guess only a dog's nose is capable of picking up all the nuances of fine dining. Out of nowhere, wind begins to rush around you as a swirl of cherry blossom petals fill the air inside the classroom.
I'm chilly. I'm chilly. Someone close the window.
I'm not going to keep up with voices. And then he walks in. Oh my gosh. You're immediately swept up in the aura of this new student and his remarkable goatee. Who knew anyone could be so handsome? Time stands still. It's him,
If it isn't my favorite student, Harlan,
Colonel Sanders interrupts Sprinkles. Sorry, Professor Dog, before he can finish his sentence. Please, call me Colonel. We're going to give him a southern draw. Please, call me Colonel. Colonel Sanders. A hush murmur rolls through the classroom as Colonel Sanders walks down the... You know where I should put it? Then I'd cover up the words too. Bro, they make this so you really can't put your camera anywhere. Well, I guess you can. Well, we'll just go top right corner. Enjoy my icons. They're real nice. Are they so sick? Don't mind me while I move my border. That looks good. Whatever. I'll play a whole lot of games. Yeah, this is better, I guess. Yeah. I don't know. What does this do? Let's just pause. Cool. A hushed murmur rolls through the class as Colonel Sanders walks down the aisle of desks. Suddenly, the room is sweltering. Sweat begins to bead across your brow. You feel like everyone is looking at you, and you're not entirely wrong. This over here must be sweaty. Sweats a lot.
Maybe we should open that window back up before faucet pits melts into a puddle and evaporates entirely.
Hold on just a second. Nobody talks to my friend like that. You two both know my name. We were in the same kindergarten class. And what is with all your really weird insults? Besides, when Wendy sweats, it's not gross, it's beautiful. Look at that shimmer. It's a good thing you didn't forget about that deodorant this morning. This classroom is hot, hot, hot. Professor Dog steps in to settle the class down and set some ground rules.
Welcome to the University of Cooking School Academy for Learning, the greatest culinary academy in the world. The birthplace of culinary legends past, present, and future. Many challenges await you. There will be tears. There will be blood. There might even be really adorable tiny food. And when all is said and done, there will be a battle. You will lift your sporks and compete in the broom cooking arena.
Just then another student enters the class and interrupts the professor's rousing speech. Hey guys, sorry I'm late. I hope everyone had a good summer. I really miss...
Quiet! Late to class is bad enough, but interrupting my monologue? You're on the fast track out of here, young man. Are you sure you're in the right place?
You don't recognize me? This is my third year in the school with you as my teacher. Everyone stares at him blankly. Does no one remember me?
You're expelled if you utter one more word before I finish. Let that be a lesson to you, students, that tardiness is unacceptable. Even Clank made it here on time, rolling halfway across the town on his tiny wheels.
You turn to see the student that Sprinkles is referencing, who appears to be some sort of industrial kitchen appliance. The class bursts into laughter.
Oh, Clank, you rascal.
Sprinkles walks in the classroom as everyone stands in silent obedience. When he gets to you, he lifts his nose into the air and takes a deep sniff.
Your diet is lacking. Based on what I'm picking up here, you definitely need a multivitamin. You should be taking better care of yourself.
You've never had a talking dog as a teacher before, but Sprinkles' reputation for being smart but tough is well known.
You decide to try and butter him up by giving him
chicken snack. You reach beneath your apron and return with a chicken snack in your hand. Sprinkles' eyes go wide as he locks onto it. His favorite. Let's fucking go!
Well, well, well. I think there might be some competition for new star student.
The furry professor immediately devours the snack, leaving your hands slick with a coating of warm doggy drool. Who is this man? You see the other students eyeing you jealously. I'm flipping this. Oh, please don't break. Okay, we're good. You see the other students eyeing you jealously, but pay no mind to them. If they wanted to succeed in life, they should have learned the importance of carrying a range of dog treat flavors on them at all times. Yeah, sure. I'll learn that. I'll remember to always carry dog treats on me at all times. Settle down, young chefs. Take your seats and prepare to have your minds opened to the amazing possibilities of culinary creation. As everyone rushes to claim their favorite seats, you're left standing at the front of the room. Only two options remain. Hi, Wendy. There's still a seat here. It seems that no one has claimed this seat next to me if you're interested. We're sitting by my best friend. Okay, she's my best friend. I'm so glad to have you near me to support me. I don't know. I stopped being able to read. Of course, you're my best friend. Who else would I sit by? Colonel Sanders? He has such a magnetic personality, and there's a seat open right next to him. If you had sat there, you might have gotten to know him a little better. I never sacrifice our friendship. Besides, I'm sure I'll get a chance to talk to him later in the semester. I've got 3 whole days. That's like a lifetime. No, it's not. So you say, but now that Miriam mentions it, that Colonel Sanders is just so darn dreamy. As soon as you've settled into your seat, the professor makes an announcement.
Think fast. It's time for a pop quiz. Yay, pop. A quiz about me. This is incredibly important and surprisingly short quiz will tell me if you are ready for life at culinary school. Keep your knives sharp and your focus sharper. Here comes question 1. If train A is traveling to point B and train B is traveling to point A, how important is it to wash your hands before cooking? Extremely. Forest is to tree as chicken is to feather. That's right. What is the most efficient eating utensil ever created? A spork. That's right. What food is best for a broken heart? That's right. Is Sprinkles a good boy?
Yeah. Oh, this one. He's talking to the teacher's culinary school. He's the best boy. Perfect score. 5 out of 5. Let's go. Wow. Be honest. Did you cheat? You look up and see that Colonel Sanders has been watching you tally your score. He's impressed. I know we just met, but I have to confess, I think you have a beautiful brain. Hot diggity, Wendy. You just scored some major Colonel Sanders points with that performance.
May I have your attention, students? I have an important announcement to make. Time for lunch.
Wow, the cafeteria is as nice as any restaurant you've ever eaten at. It makes sense that a school dedicated to cooking would also be serious about eating. A delicious fragrance wafts through the room and tickles the end of your nose. Your mouth waters. Do you smell that? That must be our lunch. It smells crazy good. Everyone, can I have your attention?
Is it about lunch?
No, I wanted to apologize for my tardiness. You see, I was... Howdy, folks. I'd like to make an announcement. Hey, I was... It's about lunch. Everyone cheers. But I... Shh!
Lunch, lunch, lunch.
She said, shh. In honor of the new semester, I have prepared something special to share with everyone for lunch. That must be the smell I smelled. Indeed, that smell. You hold your breath waiting to see what food this mysterious student has created. You've heard that he's very talented, but were the rumors true? Is this. Colonel Sanders lifts a large bucket of above his head. It contains its contents glimmer in the light. Piled high are huge pieces of chicken, breaded and fried to a crispy golden finish. The aroma envelops you, and you begin to feel warm and safe. Colonel Sanders has filled a bucket with chicken. What a novel concept. Your stomach begins to grumble, as if to say, stop thinking and start eating. For years, I have been developing a secret recipe for the perfect fried chicken. But by my calculation, nothing less than 11 herbs and spices are required to achieve my perfect balance of flavors. You look around and notice that every other student has a pen and paper and is scribbling notes as fast as they can. But that's all I'll say about that.
What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude? Pshaw! Nah, my dude. Nah.
Oh, no, it's... What? You think we want your stupid secret recipe, dude?
Pshaw!
No, my dude. No. Oh, see, that's good to know about Van Van. He talks like this. What do you even think, dude? I'm just, drafting a Lost Will and Testament just in case, one of those ingredients is, poison. Caught him. Ah. He looks around nervously to see if anyone else is laughing at his sick burn. You wait to see what zinger Ashley has prepared to follow up, but she suddenly takes a different approach. Yeah, and I was just like writing in my diary. Did you cut yourself? How did you do that? Emma stabbed herself. Oh wow. Well, it's drying good. I'm doing it. I don't know. I don't. What was it? What was it you picked up? Oh, those things? Yeah, those look super duper sharp. Wow. Dear diary, today I smelled something beautiful. I knew at that moment that only the hands of a true gentleman could fry chicken so tender. You see her body language change from bitter and evil to sweet and innocent. As she slides closer to Colonel Sanders, she realizes that he is destined for greatness and fame with cooking skills like this. She wants him all to herself. Oh, please. Well, Van Van the Man, if you don't want any, I'll take his. Whoa. Whoa, hold on. I mean, I guess I'll try it. He takes one bite and his eyes grow wide. He starts contorting his face as he tries to hold in his pure exhilaration and act unimpressed. Easy now. There's enough for everyone. Please, my fellow classmates, dig in. Take one of the pieces of fried chicken out of his bucket and sink your teeth into it. It's amazing. Tasting Colonel Sanders' food transports you to another dimension. Alone with your taste buds gripping a drumstick in your hand, you float weightlessly. Focus your mind and meditate on this moment. Try and identify every flavor. You let the food rest in your mouth and focus on it, scrutinizing every flavor. Salt? Maybe. Pepper? Too obvious. Oregano? Basil? Maybe, but there's something else. Something dark. Something spicy. You dig deeper. 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 Yes.
Even deeper still.
Until you find it. Could it be... You don't get to know? It's blurred out? He really did it. How? I can't see that. That sucks. He really did it. How bold, how adventurous to use blank. You try to go even deeper into a sea of flavors, but this revelation alone is more than you can handle. You snap out of it and realize that this information was meant to remain a secret, and yet, now you know. A mantle of responsibility now rests upon your shoulders. As you look around, you realize that everyone in the room is consumed by the lunch. No one noticed that you've traveled through space and time. After tasting his food, you try to get some one-on-one time with Colonel Sanders. Colonel Sanders smiles ever so softly as you approach. He stops what he is doing and allows you to break the silence. Hey, Colonel. Go. Hold on. Colonel, I wondered if I could talk to you for a second. Anything for a fellow chef. What exactly was on that chicken? How bold of you to come out and ask. It's an idea I had for a new combination of flavors that will make me a fortune and establish my legacy for all time as I open a chain of highly successful fried chicken restaurants. No big deal. It's just you and me here talking. I can keep a secret. In fact, I've got some of my own that I'd be willing to trade. What's the rush? Oh, wait, that was Wendy. They both pink. Whatever. What's the rush? The semester is only getting started. We've got 2 more whole days to get to know each other. He's clearly not going to give it up easily, but it doesn't hurt to be persistent. You know what they say about secrets, Colonel? Shouldn't learning be fun? You've got moxie, I'll give you that. Colonel Sanders looks both ways to make sure you're truly alone, and then he leans in. You can feel his warm breath as he whispers. Just one ingredient, but you can't tell. I use blank. Blank, wow. You never guessed that. In fact, you're not even sure where you'd get some if you searched. And blank definitely, can I know? Definitely isn't the flavor you tasted before. So now you're 2 ingredients closer to knowing the full recipe. But you don't tell Colonel Sanders that. While you're wrapped up in that huge revelation, you notice that Colonel Sanders has disappeared. While everyone else is still in the cafeteria, you decide to look for him. You find Colonel Sanders outside, standing in the quad. Oh, it's you again. Howdy. Sometimes I like to come outside and look at the school buildings. I think about how my story will continue on after I graduate. It sounds like you have big plans. I dare say the biggest. I will leave my mark on this world. You can bet on that. Alone together for the first time, you figure now is the perfect moment to show your personality to him. Be modest but thoughtful. Well, I just wanted to tell you that I really enjoyed your food. Now you've got his attention. The flavors were complex but comforting. The interplay between salty, savory, and peppery, it was perfect. I appreciate the compliment, Wendy. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I know we've only met today, but I'm starting to get the same feeling about you. We should head back inside. The next lesson starts soon. You step into the massive cooking arena where the afternoon lesson will take place. Each student gets an oven and all the tools and ingredients they could need. Welcome to Master Chef. Look at this place. It's magnificent. Finally, we get to show our stuff. Wait a second. Oh no. We have to show our stuff. What if I totally blow it? You're not going to blow anything. Except maybe kisses into the crowd of fans you're going to earn with your signature adorable tiny food creations.
Welcome, students, to the cooking arena. For today's lesson, we'll be cooking with partners. Hurry up and pair off.
Naturally, Miriam looks over at you, but unable to control yourself, you pounce on Colonel Sanders. Hey, Colonel, would you like to tackle this lesson as a team? A team of 2, that is. Me and you, if that wasn't clear. Want to be my partner? Aww. Sure, Wendy. I'll prepare our station. Without you as a partner, Miriam is left standing all alone. 2 different students quickly take notice.
Hello, new partner.
Me, Mom. Oh my. 2 potential partners. I'm so sorry, gentlemen, but I don't know who to choose. It looks like you'll have to pick for her. Friend duties can be a little awkward, but that's the price you pay for being alone forever. Who do you want to ask be Miriam's popper? We're gonna go. I think Pop. Sorry, Clank, but I think Miriam will be partnering with Pop today. Oh shit. I'm bad with the name, carrying on the voices. We're just going to keep the Colonel, and that's it. Pop gives you a big smile as he steps up to the same station as Miriam.
I'm a chef.
He holds up a banana and, without peeling it, proudly eats the entire thing. It's disconcerting. Whatever. But Miriam is too kind to act gross out. Good for her. I love your enthusiasm, Pop. She looks at you like, really? This kid? But it's too late to change your choice now. Now it's time to focus on your own cooking classwork.
Alright, you two. For today's lesson, we're going to keep it simple. Pick a basic dish and divide up these steps. No chef is an island. It takes 2 flints to make a fire. You get the idea.
Which dish do you suggest to your partner, Colonel Sanders? I've always been something of a down-home chef. She changes it completely right here. I've always been some of a down-home chef. I was thinking we could make some warm, inviting, comforting. Maybe mashed potatoes and gravy. I couldn't imagine one without the other. Colonel Sanders casts a coy to look at you, causing your whole face to go beet red. Embarrassed, you quickly turn away. I'll go get the potatoes. No, please, let me. Picking perfect produce is a passion of mine. It looks like things are getting pretty fresh around here. Does someone have a crush on Colonel Sanders? Should we go valley or should we go country with it? I think we're going valley. Stick valley, stick valley, stick valley. We're just cooking partners. Mind your own business. Sanders' heart is my business. So you'd better keep your fingers off my man. Did someone call for me? Listen to this. Put this on. This just randomly started. And then all of a sudden just randomly started playing. Oh, no, jeez, Van. While I'm over here crushing Wendy's dreams, you're supposed to be taking care of our classwork. That was the big deal, remember? Colonel Sanders returns, armful of peeled potatoes. He tosses them into boiling water and turns his attention to you and your friends. Out of there. Ashley, Van. Are we working in a quartet instead of a duet now? Actually, no. Looked like Wendy was struggling, so we offered to give them a hand. You know how it is. These young amateur chefs need a lot of mentoring. I was gonna say, Colonel Sanders, maybe I could teach you a thing or two about fancy food. Maybe one day you might be able to get up to my level. Got it. Don't be rude, Van. Personally, I have no doubts whatsoever about Colonel Sanders' ability to concoct creations worthy of admiration. After all, your fried chicken was quite spectacular. But Colonel, if you ask me, I might make a better partner for you than this thing as positioned itself at your station. Don't you feel deep down that we cast complementary shadows? We fit together, like a thigh and a drumstick. It just makes sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but one thing is clear. She's coming for Colonel. If you don't watch out. Ashley is really going at you hard. You need to ask for some backup here before things get ugly. We're going to Miriam. Turn to Miriam as soon. You find her, she senses it, and looks back. This girlfriend's in need radar is second to none. She immediately comes running over. Is somebody threatening my friend? I will destroy them. Actually, I actually think that Ashley and Van Van were just leaving. Leaving you in the dust. Vis-a-vis my skills as a chef, perhaps. But stepping away from this competition, you're sorely mistaken. Miriam, you're a loyal friend, but Wendy is my partner for today's activity. You look for Sprinkles and hope that he might step in, but he's nowhere to be found. Darn, those cute corgis and their short but sturdy stature. You look down at your station, realizing that in the tension of the moment, your hands have been cooking on autopilot. Distracted by the drama, you've already crushed the boiled potatoes into a perfectly creamy mashed texture with plenty of butter and cream flavor. It's as if your natural passion guided you through the steps you know so well, but your attention was elsewhere. I know just what to do. Colonel Sanders extended his hand holding a beautiful white porcelain gravy boat. Oh yeah. Out of which pours a smooth brown gravy smothering your nearly finished potato dish. Hell yeah, look at that shit. Gravy flows down the mound of mashed potatoes. The results look spectacular. Granny would be very proud. Colonel Sanders holds a spork out to you. You reach out and grab hold of it, but he doesn't immediately let go. The two of you stand holding the same spork. And for that small moment, all of the madness and pressure in this crazy world stops. Your eyes lock. The moment is electric. Time stands still. If you love something, set it free. Together you dig the utensil into a mashed potatoes and lift a heaping sporkful up. When you see Ashley with a sinister look, you know she's plotting against you to be with Colonel Sanders.
And then, filled with rage and without thinking, you fling the spork full of mashed potatoes right into Ashley's stupid, beautiful face.
Van Van, do something. Do something.
Scooping up a fingerful, Van Van tastes the dripping mashed potatoes and gravy and realizes that it's delicious. Horrified by this revelation, he slinks away. Will he ever be able to cook something with so much love and integrity? Hold on right there, Wendy. We do not waste food in the broom cooking arena. Colonel Sanders, I expect better from you. If you throw one more spoonful, you'd both better be prepared to eat it from wherever it lands.
Can I have potatoes face?
Van Van rushes back over, a covered dish in his hand. Mashed potatoes with gravy? Pathetic. In just a few minutes, I prepared a full meal. Gaze upon my specialty braised tentacle of octopus in my silky saltwater sauce, plated on a battle axe forged by my supreme chef ancestors. You've ignored me for too long. That ends now. It is I who will have the first bite, and you will all look on with envy. The interacting steward rushes Van Van and swipes a bite of his signature dish right off the plate.
No, don't. Something about this dish doesn't strike my nose quite right. I think the octopus was rushed and may have turned in the process. The results could be toxic.
Too late. It has been eaten.
I think I left something in the oven.
I don't feel so good. It killed him.
Everyone step back. Don't take another bite.
When you look back at the plate, the rest of it is gone. You notice the tip of the tentacle being slurped in Pop's mouth. Pop winces in pain for just a moment, and then almost immediately back to his oblivious self.
Oopsie. Tastes like poison.
The entire class has gathered to watch Pop's final moment. Shock has frozen the whole crowd. They are motionless as statues. The class bell rings, disrupting the moment. After snapping everyone back to reality, it would appear that Pop's enthusiasm for trying new things despite obvious danger has inoculated him against poisons of all kinds. I'm not sure the professors here make enough money.
Hello? I just turned into a ghost over here.
Seeing that you're shaken up by the really annoying student and all his nonsense, Colonel Sanders approaches you. I'm sorry you had to go through that. Please, let me walk you home.
What? Like, for real?
Oh, come on. You follow Colonel Sanders out of the room. At night, the school building has taken on another vibe entirely. It's dark and more than a little spooky. Colonel Sanders stands in the quad's neon glow and speaks softly. Those mashed potatoes you made in class today. But before you go on, I want you to know they're not a great representation of my skills. I didn't even realize I was making them. They were amazing. Tasting them, it reminded me why I became so passionate about food to begin with. Colonel Sanders is getting choked up. Cooking is obviously important to him in a way that you find inspiring. Now might be the perfect time to tell him you're developing feelings for him. Colonel Sanders? Yes, Wendy. There's something I need to tell you. Hold it right there, son. There's something I need to tell you first. Oh, jeez. You see, when I was just a boy, I had a dream that one day I would be the greatest chef the world's ever seen. And every day since, I have been working toward that dream. Day and night, son. Never stopping, never resting. Also lifting a lot of weights. Like 225, I think is what was my bench like 5 years ago. Now I'm at fucking 405. I did. Like so many weights. We should follow our dreams with all of our hearts. That our souls may grant them like wishes floating on a shooting star. Hey, no, you... Shut up. I'm the one here to say inspirational stuff and be the star of the story right now. Are we forgetting that your cooking literally killed that guy? You can't prove that. I also saw you kill that guy. What was his name? Somewhere in the distance you hear a long sad sigh. Forget him. We're talking about me. Me. I'm the hero. The spork monster is here to fight a hero.
Oh, I think I left the fridge door open. Letter notes.
How dare you threaten me, just as I was letting down my guard and connecting with another shift on an emotional level.
Be afraid. Be very afraid of me because I'm a monster. See?
He's rhyming on purpose, or is that just a coincidence? A turn-based fight sequence. What will you do? You decide to go on the attack. Which attack will you use? Cook with love. Does 1 damage. It just got real, bitch. That attack really upset Spork Monster. Spork Monster goes on the attack. They spit hot gravy at you. Good thing I liked gravy. We're defending. You decide to defend. Which defense will you use? Trepidation. You continue to stay back and endure whatever comes your way. Seems like a pretty weird strategy, but okay. Yeah, what? Attack it. Cook with love. You buffed up and ready to roll. They go on the attack once again. You take 2 damage. Take more damage. You're not going to survive the battle. Defend. Buff up. No one can control this much buffness. You start to feel bloated and quite frankly a little gassy. You better attack sooner, you're likely to explode. You decide to go on the attack. Chow down. Chow down does 2 damage. A powerful blow. Spork Monster is oozing cheese sauce on the lawn of the quad. I wonder who is going to have to clean that up. Feeling vulnerable, Spork Monster prepares for its ultimate attack, Rounded Edge.
Vile villain, your reign of terror stops here.
Or really, it's vile villain. Your reign of terror stops here.
Colonel Sanders summons the energy of 1,000 chickens.
Pot pie power pinch.
Pop out power pinch does 10 damage. Sport monster is faded. You saved me.
Spare this wretched beast. Be gone.
Be gone, beast. And don't you dare come back for a follow-up encounter tomorrow. I won't forget this, and I certainly won't be back, like you said. It's a book of magic spells with a golden chicken on the cover. You open the cover and find a library card tucked inside. The last name to have signed it out is Borgo. Huh. Borgo, that name sounds strangely familiar. Your blood is pumping as you stand in the quiet of the night, holding the mysterious book in your hands. As you come down from your battle buzz, you realize that your final attack has left you completely depleted. The world around you begins to fade away. Without any energy to keep your eyes open, darkness overtakes you. The image of Colonel Sanders flashes before your eyes as you fall asleep. He must have helped you get home in your tired state. You don't know if you could have made it without him. What a guy. You want to thank him, but you don't have the strength to utter a single word. You feel your covers being pulled up over you as you are tucked in tightly. Good night, Mr. Colonel. My Colonel. In your dream, you're together with Colonel Sanders. For some reason, Sprinkles is also there, instructing your love. Dreams are weird. I'm sorry. What in the heck? Do I have to play through all 3 days? You awake on day 2. My curiosity is piqued. Hold on, I'm checking how long this game is. How long is the KFC dating sim? Oh. I'm sorry, there's a main story and extra. Okay. We'll keep going. You lie in bed and stare at the ceiling, thinking about the secret you discovered while tasting Colonel Sanders' cooking yesterday. It's not the only part of Colonel Sanders I tasted. You can't believe he really used blank. And then there was that secret ingredient that Colonel Sanders went ahead and told you outright. Not much of a secret, huh? It's probably just because he already trusts you so much. Sure, that makes sense. We'll go with that. You meet up with your bestie in front of the school. Before you can tell her about the encounter with the spork monster, she launches into a story of her own. Okay, I know this might sound a little strange, but I think I might be, I think I might like Pop. Like him? Like him? Like. I know. I know, it sounds like it's moving too fast, but there's something about him. I like him. Like him. We got to talking after class. He's actually a totally sweet guy. Not only that, but he's really smart. He told me all kinds of stories about Colonel Sanders. Did you know that Colonel Sanders enlisted in the army when he was only 3? Not only that, but he founded a special unit of super soldiers who all wear the same hats just because he put a hat on one time and thought it looked cool. But Colonel Sanders doesn't even wear a hat. He wears a ribbon tie. Either way, maybe it'd be best if you took it slow with this new boy, like I am with Colonel Sanders. You and Colonel Sanders, the coolest guy in school, the most famous student to ever attend the University Cooking School Academy for Learning. You're a thing now. We definitely connected yesterday. Sure you did. You're great. Why wouldn't he be into you? I guess. Wow. You have an idea about how to prove that your love is real. Well, if he's not into me, why did he tell me one of his secret ingredients? Your bestie's eyes light up. A secret ingredient? Yeah, I just said that. A secret ingredient. Is there a dramatic echo in here? Miriam checks to make sure you're alone before continuing. So this summer, while I was on vacation with my family, a lovely man approached me. Oh, I thought it was going to be a question. In a botanical garden where I was wandering. This can't be good. He told me all about his passion for spices. Secret spices. The man gave me some to show me that to show me what he meant. He said if it was a powder ingredient from super duper rare dried flower petals. And that if I did him a big favor, I could have some of my own. Please, Miriam, don't tell me. So I filled my suitcase with them and brought them home. He was so nice. He even met me at the gate when I arrived. Later, when I cooked with them, a very strange feeling came over me, and the flavor was unlike anything I'd ever tasted. I think you're being very liberal with the meaning of spices here. Whatever. Anyhow, we both share an interest in cooking, so we stayed in touch. You know, like pen pals. I bet he would love to know more about new spices. Well, I'm definitely not supposed to share Colonel Sanders' secret recipe, and besides, I only know one ingredient, so I doubt it'd be much use to anyone. Please, 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 please. It would mean the world to me. No one has to know where it came from, you or from Colonel Sanders. Think of a fake one. You quickly think of a fake ingredient name. I don't know. How about... It was Eye of Newt. I know. Sounds like some kind of witch's potion, but what can you do? Eye of Newt. Wow. However, she immediately turns around and does some thumb typing on her phone. Before you can ask her to confirm, she was definitely not texting stories about other people you interrupted. A wind rushes in. Cherry blossom petals fill the air. It's Colonel Sanders. He's arriving at school on a horse. Stand back and admire his majestic glory. Colonel Sanders' horse is truly a thing of beauty. Without ever acknowledging that he's being watched, he does a short horse dance before dismounting with a flourish. He then slaps the beautiful creature gently on its rear, sending it running free into the countryside. Wait, so do you own the horse, or did you just bring the horse in and then smack its ass and then it just runs away? I'm very confused. You do look majestic, though. I love the apron. It's quite nice. I'm gonna fuck Colonel Sanders. You are so struck by the sight of him that you lose the ability to speak coherently. Oh, I didn't realize anyone was watching. Don't worry. He knows his way home. You attempt to compliment Colonel Sanders, but the words don't come out exactly right. What a horseful beaut you have. I mean, what a horseful beaut you have. I mean, dang it. That's what I just said. Being a good friend, Miriam attempts to cover for you. Oh, Wendy just gets really nervous around people they like. What? This is not helping. I mean, they got food poisoning and we're up all night. It was gruesome. You should have seen it. She gives you a wink and a smile. And with that, Colonel Sanders disappears into the school, leaving you and Miriam to follow. When you enter the classroom, you can see your two rivals, Ashley and Van Van, are doing something bad. By the way they're hiding, you know it must be really bad. Like counterfeiting recipes bad. Experimenting with restricted ingredients bad. Summoning a demon bad. You try and peek over Van Van's hulking shoulder, but he sees you coming. Whoa there, little one. I'm not sure you're ready to handle this. Why don't you make like a bee and mind your own wax, honey? We're gonna do this. You sit near the rivals, but leave your back turned to them. You even hear Van Van mutter something that sounds a bit like a magic spell. However, he notices you eavesdropping. You try and cover your tracks and improvise an excuse. I thought I was about to cough. It's time for class, and you're distracting the rest of us who want to learn. Now you've upset them. Oh, and you're the Emperor of Cooking, are you? You make the rules? I'm not sure you know a good meal if it ate you. And being the best chef in the world takes more than just culinary skills. It takes creativity. It takes panache. And it doesn't hurt to use a little evil. You finally get a look at what it was they were hiding, and you instantly recognize it. It's a book just like the one you found after your encounter with the spork monster. It's the same book I found last night in the quad. Ashley immediately elbows Van Van, who hides the book behind his back. I don't know what you're talking about. That book is a family heirloom, and its contents are secret. You notice they haven't just been studying the book. They've got Pop pinned to the wall, and they're tossing potato skins at him as he tries to catch them in his mouth.
We're playing.
Before you can dig in any further, you're interrupted by the arrival of more students. It's almost time for class. Beep beep. Clink must be running late. He's in such a hurry that he rolls right over Van's meaty foot.
Hey, watch it, you bucket of balls.
You watch how you talk to him. He didn't do anything. Zzz, womp. Who do you think you're talking to? I've never heard such language, not even from a stand mixer. Womp womp.
No, your mother was a stand mixer.
Van Van jumps to attack Clank, but Clank shocks Van Van, sending him flying across the room. Protect me, Colonel Sanders. These crazed men are about to come to blows. I think it must be over for me, but I'm not interested in either of them. Ashley's tone has completely changed in an instant. She bats her eyelashes at Colonel Sanders. Surely, he must know that this is a ruse, right? Gentlemen, get a hold of yourselves. Save it for the arena at least. Or don't. Honestly, what do I care? I've got lofty career aspirations to focus on. Maybe I can help you with your business plan. Just then, Sprinkles arrives to signal a true start of class day. He's panting, which doesn't seem that abnormal. He's a professor, but he's also a dog.
Students, please take your seats. I apologize for my late arrival. I spent the morning chasing a car all around town, and my tiny legs are very, very tired. But I'm here now, and I hope you're ready to learn.
Rub his furry dog belly. He loves it. After he catches his breath, Sprinkles regains control of the classroom.
Without further ado, we'll review the global history of my favorite fowl, the chicken.
You want to pay attention to the lesson. Truly, you do.
Which is why, in 1776, at the signing of the Declaration of Independence, it was a chicken who first signed their name.
But you can't help but daydream about Colonel Sanders, and you miss most of the important parts. When you come to, Sprinkles is holding a tray of food in front of you.
Well, Wendy?
Naturally, this appears to you to be a sample platter. Which item do you take? Spicy dog, glass of water. It's cool, crisp, like the purest snow melts by a mountain spring.
Hey, that was mine. It was from my favorite toilet. You owe me $6.
And you've got excellent taste. You think to yourself, geez, I should better pay attention. We all make mistakes. I'm sure he'll forgive you someday. Come on, it's time for lunch. Your rivals enter to make a dramatic announcement. Today's lunch will be prepared via timed competitive cook-off. The level of theatrics with these two is off the charts. Is everything a competition with you two? Yes. Yes. Well, it's not with me. I'm on a personal journey to learn to love. To learn to love? Sure, why not? But definitely not to constantly battle. Yeah, stop getting your genres crossed. Don't you have some portable monsters to capture or something? I need to eat if I'm going to have energy to sustain my education and pursue my dreams of being a master chef. How are any of us supposed to get anywhere if we're constantly fending off challenges from every know-it-all with an apron? Besides, I already brought my own lunch, Wendy. You should have it. It will give you the energy you need to succeed. Miriam reaches out and presents a gift to you. A very special grilled cheese and tomato soup with chocolate milk to wash it down. Emma, baby food. It only takes about 5 seconds to eat Miriam's tiny food, but it's just what you need for motivation. You know what? I've learned enough for today. Let's battle. Just as things reach a boiling point, Sprinkle steps in. Surely he'll put a stop to this madness.
Now, students, please settle down. This is a lunchroom, not a sportsing court.
Finally, a little sense. You breathe a sigh of relief.
At least not until we turn on the timer. Timer ready.
Then a huge light blasts you in the face, flashing the words "timer ready."
That's what I'm talking about. Oh,
I stand corrected. If it's a battle you want, it's a battle you'll get. My bestie can take the best of them. Best believe that. Like a diamond, I was formed under pressure. And now it's my chance to shine. I will defeat you myself. You had his chicken, you made mashed potatoes and gravy on day 1, and you're feeling like you really can press him here again. It's time to boil some water for the potatoes. Think fast if the timer runs down. Think fast if the timer runs down, you'll be forced to pick randomly. It was 100 seconds after you turned the TV. That's wrong. What were you thinking, Wendy? Get your head in the game. Okay. Oh, God. How many herbs and spices did he say he used? 11. That's right. You might not know all the ingredients yet, but at least you're heading in the right direction. Correct. Now that you've got some basic steps going, it's time to elevate your craft. What state of mind offers the most flavor? Gratitude. That's right. You must never take this opportunity for granted if you hope to succeed. Your classmates are rooting for you, but Ashley is simply stronger and faster than you. You'd better pick up the pace if you want to survive. When you were a child, your father told you to never forget where you came from. Every day you meditate on his advice, draw energy from that place. Now would be a great time to harness that energy, so where does it come from? That's right. This is your shot, and you're not gonna miss it. Aroo! You try to shut out the noise of the arena and focus on your cooking. What is the sound of success? Sizzle. Silence. That's wrong. Don't make me get the spray bottle. Next question. You notice Colonel Sanders out of the corner of your eye. I believe in you, Wendy. Oh, let's go. He's actually cheering you on. Let's go. Which would be awesome, except knowing he's watching you totally makes you forget what you're doing. Now all you can think of is Colonel Sanders. How many spoonfuls of gravy? You are stranded on a desert island with only one dessert cookbook. Which do you take? What a honk. I know, right? You know what? You should be focused on the challenge. You're falling behind. I don't know. I can't. You're really struggling to keep up. As at the next station over, Ashley has already begun plating elements of her dish. Oh, God. As you do, the crowd gasps. Yikes. I know you love nothing more than seeing a fellow appliance utilized in a kitchen battle, but sometimes that means sacrificing the personal touch. I know, it has to be done. There's an easy way and a hard way. You don't get far by going the easy way. My hand got stuck in the mixer. Colonel Sanders shakes his head in shame. What you often find is that the easy way can turn out much, much more difficult.
Everyone stop what you're doing right now. This battle's over.
It can't be. I was so close to finishing my desk.
Sweetheart, look at your hand.
You simply can't go on. Oh, that's too bad. And here I am with a completed dish, ready to serve. Surely that makes me the winner by default.
No, it wouldn't be fair to compare the two on the account of Wendy's injury. But I suppose you should at least tell us what you prepared.
Well, because I'm the sweetest, I skipped straight to dessert. Under this white chocolate dome, you'll find an array of delights, taking you on a journey of flavor that tastes so good and tell the story of excellence. I was going to ask Wendy to do the honor, but since you're injured, I'm afraid that pouring this creamer of delicate hot chocolate sauce might be too difficult. Colonel Sanders, if you wouldn't mind lending me your strong, steady hand. Colonel Sanders pours a hot chocolate sauce on top of the dome, causing it to melt away, revealing the ingredients hidden within. Inside, you'll find a delicate fried cheese croquette, atop a slice of honeycomb, Ice cream 2 ways, tender nougat, and pearls of blueberry gelée. Gelée? I don't know what that is. Colonel Sanders seems intrigued, but perhaps not impressed as he dips his finger in the chocolate sauce. Simplicity isn't your strong suit, is it, Ashley? Oh, you. As he places a sauce-covered finger into his lips, Ashley leans over and whispers something in his ear. A dab of sauce sticks to his mustache. Your rage burns so intensely within your eyes that they burst into flames. The flames cause your eyebrows to catch fire and turn to ash, and they fall off your face, which means people have a hard time understanding which emotions for the rest of this semester, perhaps forever. Embarrassed and ashamed, you by your poor performance, and not to mention your crispy fried brow, you run for the quad to be alone. The beautiful weather feels like an insult. Inside of you, a storm rages. It's Colonel Sanders. He's probably here to tell you that he and Ashley are in love and have decided to get married, and he won't even ask you to cater his wedding because you're a terrible chef and an awful person. You try to hide from him, but he approaches you directly. I know you're hurting right now. Not just from the devastating loss, but from that run-in with the mixer and that small fire. We should get that checked out. I'm fine. Can't you just leave me alone? I'm a loser. I'm not fit to fill your fryer. I'll never be a master chef. Failure is part of life. Not just for you, but for all of us. Do you think I've never failed at anything before? That's exactly what I think. Well, think again. I wasn't always the man you see before you, enrolled in culinary school, incredibly handsome, successful, motivated. Well, handsome, sure, I was born that way. But I've walked other paths and arrived at dead ends. And I was passionate about life, but I failed as an obstetrician. I was passionate about justice, but I failed as a lawyer. I was passionate about livestock, but I even failed as a mule handler. That one was especially humiliating. Mules can be so cruel. I didn't know. People see my delicate ribbon tie and my well-kept beard and assume that I've got it all together, which is true now, but it hasn't always been. Sounds like this guy could really use a hug. I resolved then what I was gonna amount to some. No amount of hours, labor, or money would deter me from giving the best I had to give. As Colonel Sanders changed his focus, you can see something ignite inside of him, a burning passion. One has to remember that every failure can be a stepping stone to something better. My new dream is pure. It's honest. It's something that a humble man in a crisp white suit can be proud of. I will create a new chain of chicken restaurants that will bring joy to the entire world and make up for my past misdeeds. Yay! Just as your moment grows intimate, you're interrupted by a threatening shadowy presence. It's the short spork monster.
Borko.
He says, I know I said I want to be back, and after the whole fight to the death thing, maybe you don't really want to see me anymore, but I just wanted to say that I was wrong to attack you, and I apologize. I know what it's like having to always look over your shoulder. Monster problems, am I right? Aw, thanks, Borka. I'm glad there are no hard feelings. Getting jumped by a giant creature in the dark of night can really rile a person up. I always want to apologize for the way I switched right into attack mode. I know that you're strong and cooking school can put a person under a lot of stress. I actually used to go to the school. I wasn't always a spork monster, you see. I don't believe it. You were a human once? Well, no, I was a golden retriever, but I was still a student. Until one day, some mean kids with a magic spell book cast a dark enchantment on me, and I was forever transformed. A magic spell book? Precisely. I had procured a copy of for myself, but somewhere along the way I've lost it. If you find such a book, I beg of you, respect it. You're a powerful chef, and shouldn't rely on such dark, evil magic. No, you should be protecting the innocent from those who would cheat them through sorcery and guilt. If you need me, don't fear. I will be there. It sounds like there are some bad cooks in the kitchen alive. Wendy, together, I'm sure we can defeat them. Come back to my hideaway and we can discuss. A personal invite? You can't imagine what Colonel Sanders' home must be like, but it sounds like you're about to find out. Stepping inside Sanders' home. Holy moly. It looks like you live such an exciting life, Colonel Sanders. Every day can be an adventure if you approach it with the right attitude. Long ago, I made the decision to never stop searching, never stop working, never stop imagining. Have you been working on any new recipes of your own lately? I'm always excited to talk about food with another ambitious chef. Well, there's something. It's just a side dish I've been tinkering with, trying to find the right balance of flavors and textures. I'm not sure if I've nailed it yet, but I'm close. Colonel Sanders' eyes perk up as he starts to wonder what dish you might be describing. It's meant to pair with something spicy or something crispy, both perhaps. Now you've got them right where you want them. Should you reveal it? Keep it a secret. Actually, I've said too much. Please, forget I ever said anything. You can practically hear Colonel Sanders' heart beating in his chest. He tries to act demure, but his facade begins to crack. I can appreciate a good secret, of course. In fact, I've got many, nearly a dozen in my fried chicken recipe alone. But I would hope that you could learn to trust me with yours. Well, I suppose you did share a secret ingredient with me yesterday, so it'd only be fair. Colonel Sanders' face grows serious. Yes, about that, you see. Yes, Colonel? I haven't been completely honest with you. The secret I told you was fake. Oh no, the secret ingredient you shared with Miriam wasn't true. Yeah, I lied to her. You're angry with Colonel Sanders for lying, but the fact that you revealed his secret... Oh. You mean it wasn't one of those 11 secret herbs and spices? You see, we had only just met, and I had to make sure that you were trustworthy and capable of keeping my most important secret. To me, my recipes are priceless. Well, I have something to confess. That secret ingredient you told me about? I shared it with Miriam, my bestie. Unfortunately, I already knew this. I was very disappointed. But now that you've come clean, we can start building our relationship as fellow chefs again. I promise to be honest with you from here on out. I really do. I'm counting on you. Then in that case, I present to you my original coleslaw. Oh my gosh. Bro, do I have to go through the mac and cheese one too? Do I have to go through literally all the sides? So we've gone through what? We've gotten the chicken. We've gotten the mashed potatoes and gravy. Now we're on coleslaw. What is next? Probably mac and cheese. Magnificent. Together you chow down on the creamy slaw until just a spoonful remains in the bowl. Do you mind if I hold on to the last bite? I'd like to have it around so that I can admire its taste later and think back on this moment. No, see, nah, he's gonna take it. Sure, why not? Please, make yourself comfortable. I'll be back in just a moment. He's gonna take your thing. Around the room are various items that you can look closer at. Each seems to radiate memories with emotions. Tap on an item to discover more about the Colonel. That. Yeah, that. A scented candle. You pick it up and try to identify the smell. Power tool? Freshly starched collar? Piece of wood floating in a lake? Summer of 69? No, it's one of the secret recipe ingredients. It's blank. Tap an item. You take a closer look at the large urn sitting on a nearby pedestal. There's a plaque on it. It's dusty, but then you wipe it off and you can read the inscription. It says, "Here lie the ashes of all my past careers and business failures." What the hell? Poor guy. Tap on an item. What is this? This must be where he keeps a secret recipe. Think for a moment what number is important to the Colonel, then it dawns on you. As soon as you dial 1111, the safe opens. Inside it, you find a single note. Canned chicken be prepared sashimi style. Oh my gosh. His white suits. You take one off the hanger and try it on. The jacket is a bit big for you, but it's soft and comfortable. You give yourself a deep hug, breathing in his scent. They say that home is where the heart is. Is this what they meant? No. Before you can look any further, you hear Colonel Sanders returning. He has a new dish that he has been working on. He wants you to taste it. You try to act casual until he sees it while you're wearing his jacket. I don't usually loan those out, but I must say, it does look good on you. Oh crap, the jacket. You forgot to take it off. You fess up and tell the truth. You confess. I think I've developed feelings for you. I might be developing feelings for you too, but I'm concerned. I can't let anything get in the way of my dreams. Overwhelmed, you take off the jacket and run out the door. But the thought of leaving Colonel in the midst of such an emotional breakthrough gives you a pause. You stop yourself. Colonel? Yes, Wendy? I honestly think this may be the beginning of something wonderful. I think you're right. We should take things slow. You talk late into the night and drift off into a slumber.
Dream sequence.
What in the world? You awake to a beautiful... We slept with Colonel Sanders. You awake to a beautiful morning in Colonel Sanders' hideaway. Did you make the right decision on how to respond to Colonel Sanders? Only time will truly tell. Today is a day that could change the rest of your life. You think about a new secret ingredient you just learned about. Blank. In some jurisdiction, blank isn't even legal. But if the recipe is a secret, how will they know? Your thoughts are interrupted when Colonel Sanders emerges into the room. He's holding a gorgeously plated breakfast and your mouth waters at the sight of it. Here's a simple breakfast I whipped up. It's meticulous. Oh, I thought there was going to be more to that. You taste Colonel Sanders' food and it takes you on a journey. When you return, he's waiting to ask you an important question. So, would you say that we're the perfect match? How presumptuous. My cuisine and your taste buds, that is. Such confidence, such grace. Yeah, flattering. Let's go. You know, I think we might make a great team. A single tear begins to pool in the corner of his eye and gazes out the window. And with the right business partner, I know I can't fail. Business partner? Could he be talking to you? This is all happening so quickly. Overcome with emotion and confused by your feelings, you're on the verge of tears, unable to speak. The only answer you can find is to run out the door and go home. There's still one more day of school after all. The University of Cooking School Academy for Learning waits for no one. You get home to find something very surprising. Your best friend is there waiting for you. Where have you been? Because I had one heck of a night. I've been desperate to talk to you about it, but I couldn't find you. I got worried that something had happened to you. It's okay, but now that it turns out you're fine, I can finally get you up to speed on the saga of Miriam. Sure, but you will never believe what happened to me at school yesterday. I went on a date. I think I can believe that. Since I'd been partnered up with Pop, he asked me to go out with them. Of course, I told him, you'd better harness those wild horses, young man. I'm not that kind of girl. But he was just interested in spending some one-on-one time together and getting to know me. So I said, yeah, sure, I can get to know the little guy. Long story short, he took me to his favorite shush house, but things spiraled out of control. Did she just say shush house? As if that's a thing people just say? What is that even referring to? And now I'm not even really sure where we stand. You don't give Miriam time to tell her whole story. However, bottling up the details of your own night is just too much to bear. I went on a date too. Back to Colonel Sanders' house, where I spent the night with him.
You what?
Nothing happened but the emotional connection. Wowzers. Together with your bestie, you feel like you can do anything. When you arrive at school, you encounter your rivals in the quad. You can tell from a distance that they're picking up on Pop. They're picking up on Pop, though he himself might not grasp. Why am I breaking? Because, he's Pop.
What's a swirly? Sounds delicious.
Oh, it's great. I'll order you up one right away.
I'll have my swirly with extra sprinkles, please. Sprinkles is a dog and a treat.
You can get your swirly dip too. Why don't you go pick on someone your own size? Because I'm literally the biggest person at this school. And is that horse Colonel Sanders? There is that horse Colonel Sanders rides at school, but who would dare pick on such a gentle and beautiful creature?
You've got some nerve, Wendy. Suggesting I pick on a defenseless horse?
Now you're twisting my words. I won't have it. You clench your fist, but the injury from yesterday's mixer accident makes you wince with pain.
It doesn't look like you can go on cooking like that. Might as well just give up.
I'll never give up, ever. Colonel Sanders arrives just as it appears things are close to boiling over. A naturally intuitive person, he senses that something has been going on. Is everyone excited for the final day of school? Wendy, how's that hand feeling? I'm sure you'll be back in fighting form by this afternoon. Aren't you concerned about my hands, Colonel? Yesterday I almost broke a nail winning so hard. Technically, I don't believe a winner was decided, but your presentation was quite impressive. What is he doing, complimenting her? But what about the flavor of my delicate, warm, gooey chocolate cake? It was clear that you're passionate about how your food is received. Well, that was a lot of words to say I was bland. Excuse me, Wendy. I'm more than capable enough to speak for myself. Maybe you could tell me more of your thoughts as we walk into class, Colonel. I'm always interested in discussing the fine art of fine foods. See you inside, Wendy. Wink. Annoyed by Colonel Sanders' inability to see Ashley for who you know she really is, you walk across the quad to get some distance. In an attempt to distract yourself from how slighted you feel by that interaction with Ashley, you take out the spell book you recovered yesterday and start flipping through the pages. Whoa. That's that book? It looks like bad news. It's just something I found lying on the ground. It would appear to be some sort of... what the... grimoire? Grimoire? Whatever. But I don't really believe in that magic stuff. A grimoire like the Book of Spells? I don't know. Who would spend so much time decorating a magic book if it weren't really powerful? I can think of one surefire way to find out. You open a page covered in arcane writings. Cast only in case of extreme emergency. It says around the edge of the page. I could use this spell here that says it would erase anyone I choose from all my memories. If I scrub out Colonel Sanders, it would probably help me focus better on the upcoming final exam.
That is way too drastic.
Couldn't you do something else? Like anything else not rooted in dark magic? Maybe tie a string around your finger? Okay, fine. It is drastic, but desperate times call for desperate measures. You've got a money erasing spell sitting right in front of you and a pretty good excuse to write out. No. You take your friend's advice and put the book away. It's almost time for class. Correct. Sprinkles is already in the room, waiting for the students to arrive. He clears his voice and makes a quick announcement.
I want you all to know I feel something of a dog moment coming on, but I assure you it is nothing to be afraid of.
His little cuteness scrunches up, begins. Dogs can be rather unpredictable, especially Sprinkles. Wait to see what happens. Stops distracted, he focuses on the window. The room is deadly silent. When you follow his gaze, you see a tiny orange squirrel perched on the cherry tree outside. Sprinkles turns feral and runs out the window of the classroom. He begins barking uncontrollably at the squirrel outside.
Terrence! I told you to never come back here, Terrence. I will destroy you, Terrence.
Sprinkles is barking ferociously, drool flying off his face. The squirrel looks over, but he doesn't say anything. You wonder, is that even a talking squirrel? Who named him Terrence?
You'd better not show your chubby cheeks around here ever again.
After Sprinkles is satisfied that his presence has been felt by not only Terrence, but any other squirrel in hearing distance, he returns to his professional tone.
I apologize for the outburst. This actually brings up an important point. Thank you, Wendy, for reminding me to dole out this indispensable bit of wisdom. You see. But before he can go any further, Miriam's love drama spills over into the class. Sprinkles is interrupted by a sad whimpering coming from the back of the room. I told you to save it for after class.
But I miss you.
We went on one date, Pop. And how can you miss me when I'm right here? Pop's voice quivers as he pleads his case to Miriam.
Every time I blink, you go away again.
That's a really cute thing to say. Miriam, what happened between you and Pop?
I got her in trouble and now she's mad at me.
I didn't just get in trouble. I got yelled at by Pop's mother, who blames me for getting him banned from every museum we set foot in. Oh, so that's what you mean by shush house. Pop, we went on one date. We're over.
And it meant so much to me that I made this for you.
To her to go on arguing, Pop leaves his creation behind and runs out of the room. Nothing like a loud public breakup to cast a pall, whatever, over the final day of school.
Well, that was unfortunate. But we mustn't get distracted from what lies ahead. The final competition showdown challenge exam.
Trademarked.
I'm still working on the title, but I think you get it. The test time approaches. See you all in the arena.
But before you can think about an upcoming competition, there's a very beautiful soul nearby in need of a pep talk. Hey, Miriam, are you okay? Okay? I'm so mad I could smash a tiny mug, spilling several droplets of hot cocoa all over the floor. How could he embarrass me like that in front of the class? In front of everyone? Her tiny cocoa is a delicious treasure, so you know that this breakup is no joke. Even if the source of her frustration is such a silly boy. I know that you know this, but I'm gonna say it all out. You don't need anyone. Me and you, we're gonna cruise through this final test and hit the carpool lane to Success City. Miriam brightens up, imagining the wind rushing through her short bangs, but she hesitates to embrace the feeling all the way. You're not going to saddle up on Colonel Sanders' stallion and ride off into the sunset without me? Of course not. Well, maybe sorta, but I'm sure there's a pony out there with your name on it and a ranch big enough for both of us and whoever else we want to bring along. And if it's not Pop or Clink or anyone else you meet today, tomorrow, or this whole year, or ever, you're probably going to be single for the rest of your life. So what? You're a special person who shouldn't settle for the first someone to show a little interest anyhow. Miriam gives you a big hug and wipes the tears from her cheeks. I should really review my menu for today. I'm going to make a very special soup. And I bet that Professor Dog is going to love it up. While you were pep talking Miriam, you completely missed lunch, but that's okay because you had a better idea of how to spend the time before your exam. You decide to head to the arena early and practice a dish. This is it, the location of your final challenge, a test of will, a test of courage, a test of talent, and a chance to beat the pants off Van Van, the supposed man and his eviler counterpart Ashley. As planned, you begin to run through a quick test of a recipe you've been working on, Wendy's famous chicken pot pie. Wendy's, I don't know if Wendy's has pot pie right now, but God, it's good. Pot pie is real good, no matter where you get it. After practicing for months, making this dish becomes second nature to you, and you're able to quickly get a fresh pot pie in the oven. But as soon as you do, your cram session is interrupted by Colonel Sanders. Wendy, what are you doing here? There's still time before the final exam. Oh, just taking it all in. I'm big into visualizing success. I'm looking at my station and picturing victory. The pot pie has begun to bake and the smell is slowly filling the space around you. Visualizing, huh? That's too bad. I was hoping you were here cooking something delicious. You'd usually happily share your food with anyone who is hungry, but the last time you let Colonel Sanders get in your head, it cost you a cook-off. You decide that it's time to put your cooking above your romantic desires, but that decision gets hard to stick to when the oven timer goes off behind you. Fess up about your practice dish. Oh, okay, you got me. I'm doing a little bit more than visualizing. I know, my nose can smell a pot pie from 400 yards. That's oddly specific distance, but you'd expect nothing less from such an oddly specific man. You knew it was a pot pie just from the smell? Not just a pot pie, but a chicken pot pie with an all butter crust. And my nose is telling me something else. Oh no, is it burning? No. I can smell that it was made with a heaping helping of TLC. Tender loving care. But it'll probably start burning any second if you don't pull it out. The moment of truth. Wow. Why is the spoon already in it? It's the best pot pie I've ever tasted. I've always loved country cooking, and I could eat this all day. There's no time left. The final showdown is about to begin. Sprinkles lay down the ground rules.
There are no rules. That is it, except to cook with everything you got. You step up for the cook-off of a lifetime. You decide that mac and cheese plus the pot pie you've been practicing are just the dishes that'll put you over the edge. Meanwhile, both Van and Ashley are prepping wildly elaborate dishes per their usual over-the-top selves. Miriam has her giant magnifying glass and several sets of tweezers. She's definitely prepared to go big going small. Colonel Sanders seems to be harnessing his 11 herbs and spices, but he's trying to find a way to improve on something perfect, his original recipe fried chicken. The intensity in the room starts at a full 10 out of 10 with frenzy of action. Everyone is calling out really cool special cooking moves as they prepare their food. Wow, this is getting serious. Colonel Sanders batters his chicken as it levitates through the air. Egg wash! Miriam furiously injects ingredients into itty-bitty Prada broth. Best friend bastard blaster! That sounds sexual. Van flexes his pectorals as he chops open a sea urchin. Let's rock and roll. Ashley scoops her pastries off the tray with lightning speed. Shallow personality spatula. Even Clint gets in on it. 5-dial pressure point chicken cooking technique. Yeah, I was wondering, when did Clink learn how to speak English? It's the singularity, as was foretold. We mustn't let it happen or the appliance uprising will take us all. Self-destruct. Van quickly unplugs Clink and rolls him out the back door of the arena. As you frankly prepare your dish, you notice Ashley has her spell book out. Is she going to use some dark magic to turn the tide? You've got a book of your own, and you're desperate to now see her win another battle. Should you even take this opportunity? Oh, no. Do it the hard way. Who needs magic when you've got passion? I'm going to do it the hard way. Colonel Sanders sees that you've chosen to win on your own terms, and he gives you a subtle wink from across the room. I believe in you, Wendy. Hell yeah. Miriam notices too. And I've always believed in you, Wendy, since we were little kids, because I'm your best friend forever, BFF. I hated that I just did that. You turn and notice that Miriam is at your station cheering for you. Miriam, what about your dish? If you're here cheering, who's cooking? Tiny food. Short cook time. I'm actually already done, so I thought I'd help you. Oh, that's sweet, but Miriam tosses a handful of spices directly into your boiling noodles. It's the secret ingredient. The boiling pot explodes, sending Miriam flying backwards. The watery noodles begin to swirl in the air, bubbling up into a dark cloud that thickens and congeals before your very eyes. It is I, Steve, the spork monster. Steve, wait, what happened to Borko? You're not here to battle me, are you? We spork monsters are many. I think Borko had the day off, but you have conjured Steve, and I hate to battle. So I'd say you're doing pretty alright. Oh, hey, you're in the middle of cooking competition. I love this stuff. It's better than TV. You crazy kids and your culinary skills really impress me. Mind if I hang out? I'm sorry, Steve, but I'm kind of in the middle of something. Do you mind? See, the spork monster notices that you've got the grimoire stashed beneath your cooking station. I see what you're up to. Crisscross some magical items and accidentally summon me, huh? Yeah, you guessed it, sorta. If you're here, would you mind tossing me some fresh noodles in a pot of salted water? I'd love to. I've always wanted to be a top chef, actually. You know, when I was just a little spork pup back in the old country, you can feel a spork monster running up to tell a very long and involved story. You don't know exactly where they came from, but it seems like it was probably lonely there. Actually, you know what? Maybe you should watch from the stands. I really need to focus on this competition. I understand. It's kind of like that time in monster school when I had fallen asleep during scare tactics class, and when I woke up, you toss a serious stare at Steve and he takes a hint. Never mind, I'll tell you later. Good luck. Having suffered a huge setback, you don't know how you could ever win. Summon deep power within myself. I can do this. I have what it takes. I came here to win. Wendy's starting to turn into just a demon. Your hair turns mac and cheese orange as culinary energy flows through your body.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been preparing their entire life for...
Yes, Wendy. You are the chosen one. You will avenge me. The power you've been summoning immediately fades back out. You interrupted my inspiring monologue. Sorry.
My heart is pure. My hands are steady. My taste buds have been prepared for this entire life for this moment. I will show the world my cookery.
You begin to levitate off the ground. Energy courses through your body. You know that with this power you can do anything except turn back time, which would be super useful because while you were powering up, your chicken pot pie overcooked in the oven, but it can't be served. But don't worry, dear Wendy. You may have suffered setbacks, but all is not lost. Impressed with your fortitude, Colonel Sanders decides that you have earned his support. I've been watching you today, and I must say, I'm truly impressed. You've been thinking on your feet and rolling with the punches. He steps up to your station and stands right beside you. I'm here to help. All you managed to make is mac and cheese, and the time zone was up, so you are going to make it. But Colonel Sanders, what about the test? What will happen to you? What about the rules? Following the rules has never really been my thing. I follow my heart. What a guy. Colonel Sanders unfolds a delicate white towel to reveal the most delicious fried chicken tenders you've ever laid your eyes on. And besides, sometimes unexpected accommodations can have surprising effects that surpass their individual efforts. Are you suggesting if we combine forces, we can form the perfect food union? Time's up, students. With time expired, it's the moment everyone has been waiting for. You must now prepare to present your dishes. A handful of students stand tall, but the class seems incomplete. It seems we're missing some students. Pop? Clank? From off-screen, you hear a pure and innocent giggle that only can come from one student.
I'm flying.
It sounds like it's coming from that broom closet over there.
Miriam, would you mind?
Inside the closet, you see Pop hanging on a broom hook by the elastic of his underpants. Pop, get down from there right now. Let me guess, did Van Van have something to do with this? When someone asks for a wedgie, who am I to refuse?
I thought a wedgie was a salad.
It looks like Pop is eliminated from the challenge, seeing how he didn't cook anything.
I can't feel my legs. May I be excused? Sure.
You kids and your pranks, I must say, it's not the worst prank in UCS AL history, but it's not exactly yearbook material. Wait a second. Pranks. Pranks. Clank! Where did that pressure cooker roll off to? You wait to hear a signature word beep or other onomatopoeia, but there's none. Somehow he must have gotten unplugged, I guess. We'll have to figure that out later. That leaves only 4 remaining students. Please, collect your final projects. Yes, it has been a long semester. Wow, 3 whole days long. But after days of hard work, the time has come for me to eat. Miriam, please step forward. Now, describe your dish. I've made tender udon noodles and savory soup. My word, it's so delicate. Is that a teeny tiny Narutomaki? I spy a float in its itsy bitsy bowl. Yes, chef. Please call me Sprinkles. Chef is my father's name. Yes, Sprinkles. And some green tea made from baby tea leaves that I picked myself. Sprinkles carefully sniffs around the dish before opening his mouth and letting just the tip of his pink dog tongue dip into the bowl. Sublime. Would anyone else like a taste? Oh, come on. I'm not one of those dogs who doesn't floss. I even have a really cute electric toothbrush for dogs. Fine, I'll enjoy it all by myself. And in a flash, the entire meal has been devoured. Not that it took much. It was less than a thimble's worth of soup. A+. Rarely do I taste a dish with this much love poured into it as yours. Miriam is overjoyed. She gives you a huge hug. Thank you, Wendy.
for helping me to believe in myself.
Van, you're up. Now describe your dish.
I made uni over smooth egg custard with an ex-hewn urchin shell topped with caviar. Did you skewer one type of urchin with spines from a second different colored type of urchin? Yeah, Sprinkles. Bit much, don't you think? That's exactly why I did it. A bit much is kind of my brand. Doesn't it look cool? Sprinkle leans in to sniff the uni, but he can't get his nose close on account of all the spikes. He begins to pot it erratically, causing a custard to slosh around.
Woof woof.
Please be gentle with my cuisine. Finally, Sprinkle goes all in, tongue first, but he can't get past all the needles. He reels back as his tongue is poked and prodded. Youch, my tongue. The professor appears to be having an allergic reaction to the scene. Oh god. I can't. I keep poking my tongue.
Disqualified.
A stunning turn of events. Who would have thought that serving food in a bowl made of needles could make it difficult to eat? Dejected, Van does not go gentle into the night.
Disqualified for glamour?
Don't discount simplicity. This is the last you've heard of me. This isn't the last you've heard of me. Before forcing us to endure his swollen tongue for another moment, Sprinkles graciously laps up a bowl of milk. I know. Yeah, I'm a dog and I drink milk. Get over it. Sometimes it helps calm my agitated tongue. Next student, Ashley, it's time to step up. Now describe your dish. I made orange blossom Turkish delight in a light rosewater syrup topped with a French meringue and connected by sugar glass. That's too much. That actually doesn't sound too bad. Indeed, it's quite delightful. However, I'd ask that you please refrain from eating it or attempting to taste it in any way. It's very fragile and meant to be a display piece. Don't eat the food at a cooking school. Got toast in your ears or something, Wendy? I told you, it's a display piece.
Actually, I must say it is beautiful. However, this is a cooking competition and at a cooking school.
Yeah, which is why I cooked it and did an extremely good job cooking it too. I didn't realize that we were having an eating exam. If I wanted to be judged on eating, I'd go to the College of Eating School for the Hungry. I suppose you could smell it if you absolutely insisted, but don't breathe too hard. You might disrupt the sugar spiral. If the food cannot be eaten, it cannot be judged. You are disqualified. Rage overtakes Ashley, and she finally cannot keep her two-faced routine up. You wouldn't know high-end cuisine if it cooked you. And with that, Ashley storms off to rededicate herself to being the best, but this time without being shackled by trying to be fake nice and liked by everyone. This isn't the last you've heard of me either. If the class gets much smaller, I'll be teaching myself. You and Colonel Sanders, the final cook, step up together. Two chefs. What began as a bowl of delicious mac and cheese has become something else. Oh my goodness. He examines it closely, sniffing and eyeing the bowl. Uh-oh, I don't have a good feeling about this. From everywhere in the room, a literal drum roll plays. Just then, just when I thought I've seen everything in this kitchen, you give me this thing, and completely blow me away. In my 49 dog years of life, I've never tasted anything so delicious and perfectly balanced. It's so delicious, in fact, that everyone passes the class. You pass, and you pass, and you get a pass. Everyone gathers around and partakes of the mac and cheese bowl. They all seem to transcend into reality, into another dimension. You win. Together, you and Colonel Sanders have made a new menu item. The new menu item is so impressive, even Van and Ashley are drawn back into its magnetic fragrance. When they gaze upon your mac and cheese bowl, they admit that you are indeed an excellent chef. Sprinkles declares that you have passed, everyone has passed. There were supposed to be more battles, but come on, how could they be better than this one? Now that the school year is complete and everyone has graduated, the students return for one last assignment to get their groove on. The cafeteria has been completely redecorated in order to serve as a site of the school's graduation dance. Compared to the massive, high-tech cooking arena, the humble decor seems downright cute and cozy.
DJ dog in the house. Oh.
You knew that Sprinkles was a master chef, but also a world-renowned turntablist? Who says you can't teach an old dog new tricks? Van and Ashley tell everyone that they've committed themselves to righting the wrongs they did while they were villains. For a moment, you actually believe them. Not another haunting. No ghosts allowed at graduation. It's clearly written in the school's bylaws. I was never actually a ghost. It was all a trick to get you to finally notice me. Oh, amusing. And now that everyone is together, the Spork Monster, he's totally mellowed out. Everyone, the Spork Monster is no more. From here on out, I'd prefer that everyone refer to me by my new name, Party Monster. The student tries to finish what he had to say, but everyone is too wrapped up talking to Party Monster. Dejected student walks off. Maybe things didn't work out for Miriam romantically, but she found the love in her cooking, and you know she's going to do great. A red carpet rolls out across the floor of the ballroom. It's like a Hollywood movie premiere. Who could command such an entrance? It's Pop. He arrived late to the dance, but apparently for a good reason. Walking the carpet, you see perched atop his dirty chef's hat a crown. Welcome back, Pop. I knew you weren't able to complete the final exam and accept your diploma, so we had it mailed directly to your father. We figured it was the least we could do for you. For the school's dean. Oh, now I get it. And we get a new wing on the school, not to mention the honor of educating the son of the chancellor of...
Miriam, will you be my lickin?
What an incredible turn of events. An offer to join the royal family. It's like a dream come true. You'll get to be a princess or maybe a queen. I'm not sure if he even knows, but either way, crowns and gowns, baby. I'm sorry, Pop, but I'm not interested. Not now, at least, but I've got much to do with my life. A twist on a twist? I've got many more 3-day universities to attend. So many tiny foods to meticulously sculpt and then watch get accidentally blown away by a single sneeze.
Okie dokie.
The music of the dance is interrupted by the sound of sparking and electrical hissing. It's Clank who has arrived to the dance. Now that I have graduated, I can reveal my truth. Whoa, he's still doing that talking thing. I am Clank. I am not of this earth. I'm actually from a faraway planet in another dimension. What? I actually feel like I knew this the whole time. Now that I've learned the ways of your kind, I must return. A portal opens up and Clink disappears through it. Finally, Colonel Sanders walks in. Oh, dang, son. Howdy, classmates. Just like the first day you met him, he has come back prepared to feed the entire class. However, it's not enough to just give them a bucket of chicken. This time it's a full meal. I didn't get to be the most famous chicken man in the history of chicken and man by not reminding people to go out and buy my chicken. That looks good. The end? No, it's not the end. As everyone feasts on their delicious chicken dinner, Colonel Sanders finds you sitting at the edge of the dance floor. Hey, we are playing the chicken. Wendy, what are you doing sitting all alone? Oh, you know, just waiting for the right person to ask me to dance. I wonder, might you tell me, what are the qualities that you would find to expect in such a lucky person? Off the top of my head, I don't know, a spicy musk, a tidy goatee, and a degree from the University of Cooking School Academic for Learning. Just to name a few. It truly is my lucky day. Would you dance with me? Yes, I would love to. As you glide across the dance floor, hand in hand with Colonel Sanders, the future stretches out in front of you. And once my 100th franchise is up and running, I'll be ready to take a day off, and I'll be glad to spend it together with you, Wendy. I named her Wendy as a fast food chain. Wendy. How sweet. We'll work together and play together. They don't work together. Colonel Sanders stops dead in his tracks. Work together? I think this is something I'll just need to do by myself. But who will help you run your restaurants? I don't believe I need help. Besides, based on your time at school here, do you really think running restaurants is the best path forward? Could it be you found a love connection but failed to earn Colonel Sanders' respect as a chef? Can you live with only half of him? Will you be able to endure sharing him with his other life of an entrepreneur? I suppose I could enroll at a pastry school. Oh, my dear Wendy, I'm sure that you'll find your place eventually, and along the way you'll have me by your side. The end. What the fuck was that? No. Stop it right now. What just happened? That was so long. For what? So he doesn't trust me to run a restaurant? I'm so confused. I want to know what the... There's obviously different endings. Sorry, I know it's super zoomed in right now, but... Here we go. I want to know. I think I got a bad ending. Brother, he doesn't trust me to open a restaurant. What the hell? Anyway, that was Colonel Sanders KFC dating sim. It's played. It's done. We've done it. I tried doing voices. My mouth is dry. I forgot to bring water. But I hope you enjoyed that. If you want to find me literally anywhere, here are my socials. Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. I'm wherever you want me. All right? And then I'm here on this Twitch channel. Connor Batts. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for stopping by. I'll probably be back either tomorrow or the next day. And I'll see y'all soon. Emma says bye. I say bye. I'll see y'all later. Thank you so much. Love you.